players. First up, I'd like to introduce Bob, who is played by.
That's me, and Bob is a tiefling warlock.
Okay. Next up, we have the Fixer Upper and Snake, both played by.
Ryanaga, Fixer Upper, is a half orc war priest, and Snake is a um, Yuan-Ti of the Draconic sorcerer origin.
Excellent. Followed by Melrath, who is played by.
Army 827, and Malrath is a Dwarven Eldritch Knight.
Okay. Then we have Tristan, played by.
Will, and Tristan is a divination wizard kobold.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have Tazarath, played by.
Cerulean, and Tazarath is an evil paladin.
So he is. So, as a recap from what happened last time, the party had done a lot of tactics around trying to figure out the best way to approach the Terracotta army versus the Medusa situation, because if either one of them got involved in the other's battle, it would be a bad situation. So the party decided that they were going to take on the Terracotta army, and they wiped out all of the drow statues that were present, and that caused wow, what's it called? Ogremok's Bane, I think it was, to rise from the dust of the statues, at which point the party was able to banish it before it suffocated them all. And then at that point, the party wandered on over to the Medusa's space and saw her kneeling. Let me get rid of that sword. Delete token. Saw her kneeling before an altar, and when they tried to sneak up behind her and attack, they found themselves the ones being surprised when the Medusa turned off her invisibility and used her stone stare on, I believe it was the Fixer Upper. The battle ensued. The party managed to slay the Medusa, but man, did she scare the piss out of you guys, and she also positioned herself quite well. But in the end, you all overcame. So, from that point, the final thing that you had wanted to do before heading out was investigate a treasure pile up at the top of the stairs down near the waterfall. So I had placed Fargus as always to indicate like approximately where the party is. You guys can come up either stair, but don't go up the second set of stairs where the other creatures are. And there we go. I would also what else? No, that should pretty much cover it. Start arranging yourselves around these stairs and the pool of water. Kyle already moved himself over, so yeah, I'm gonna put Fargus back here. Now, I think we also rolled initiative last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did. Poorly.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean overall, not too terrible. Okay, is that? And then I just have to move Ront.
Quick question: did the giant unidentified creature appear in front or behind Tristan? Because Tristan was the one who essentially strolled up there without a care on the.
He would have appeared. I'm not entirely certain. I'm gonna, for the sake of this, say that you're basically in the front row, because I don't remember. I should have had you guys arrange yourselves last time. That would have resolved that issue. So, anyways, fortunately, Tristan is at the top of the initiative order, so
Mhm.
yeah, you're 5 foot away from a massive creature of stone.
Run away.
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, oh wait, no. Actually, I have the perfect thing for this. It might kill me, but you'll kill it. First thing, I want to roll Arcana on it. Would that be the correct one?
Yes. Actually, that is good enough. Wait a minute, that's the wrong creature. There we go. This is an Earth Elemental. Earth elementals are large. They're capable of burrowing, although burrowing is an approximation of what they do. They simply meld into the earth and then can move through it at the same rate of speed that they would walking over it.
Hmm.
They are vulnerable to thunder damage. They're resistant to attacks from non-magical weapons. They're immune to poison. They can't be exhausted, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, or unconscious. They have dark vision out to 60 feet. They have tremor vision out to 60 feet. They speak the language Terran. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Um, I already talked about that part. These creatures are capable of doing double damage to objects and structures, which actually means that sometimes Earth Elementals will go out of their way to attack fighters in an attempt to break their weapons and armor. Um, and let's see, is there anything else in here? No, nothing I think that you don't already know, like in terms of descriptions of elementals. They're pretty straightforward creatures. So there you go.
Cool. For my action, I'm going to use Grovel, Cower, and Beg. As an action
Okay.
on my turn, you can cower pathetically to distract nearby foes. Until the end of my next turn, my allies gain advantage on attack rolls against enemies within 10 feet of me that can see me. Once I use this trait, I can't use it again until I finish a long or short rest. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Does it have to be able to understand you?
Nope, it just has to see me groveling, cowering, and begging.
Being a kobold.
Oh, okay. So
Who's
he has.
our fireball nuker?
I have only first level spell slots left, guys. Sorry. This is
Oh,
the best I can
Yeah,
do.
I'm out of a lot of that stuff too.
It
So
was a pretty serious fight.
yeah,
And
I've got a decent amount of stuff still, but not.
well, you also weren't involved in that last fight, if you remember.
you also aren't artillery, so who cares?
oh crap! I don't have spell slots either.
So
Yeah, so
Uh,
Wait.
everyone is.
Tristan,
Yes.
before I move on, are you going to move away?
I can't because disengage would require my action, and that requires an action, and I have to be within a certain amount of feet of it. So, like I said,
But didn't you just give it disadvantage?
no, everyone gets advantage against it. It does not. Its attacks are
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I'm glad we
plus.
clarified that.
And just letting you know before you roll, I have two first level spell shots slots and shield prepared. So, um,
Hmm.
just I'm not sure how the math works on that or what you have to do as a DM for that.
Um, I don't know either. We'll figure it out. It's not gonna be too terrible. Um, let me just check something real quick. Um, huh. Excuse me one second. I just want to double check a rule. Uh, no. Is it the reference manual? This should be it. How to use this book. Do 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 do. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Oh, this is the Dungeon Master's Guide. No wonder that's the wrong one. Sorry about that. It's like there's only so many things to click. Is it this? Yeah, I think I finally found what I was looking for.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Don't some folks have mold earth spell, and will that work on them?
Um, you
Uh,
you could try using Mold Earth spell. Tristan doesn't think that would be very effective.
Hmm,
Earth elementals have a pretty good control over their shape, and they can choose to assume new ones. And being so morphable, anything
gotcha.
that you undo, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so I've answered my question. That's what I thought. Okay, so that's a problem. Okay, um, Bob, you're up.
You said thunder damage is vulnerable, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Of course, I don't have any thunder damage.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's also one of like I think maybe 3 creatures in the entire game that's actually vulnerable to thunder.
Hmm. Did you say it's resistant to necrotic?
I did not.
Hmm. Either that or the other one. Mm. Oh, all right.
Dang it,
We'll
I
do
don't have
this.
Thundering Smite.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So basically, this big guy is the only one we can kind of see right now, right? Or the other two behind him? Can we see those? Are
Um, the
they
two
still
guys,
unidentified?
the two guys behind them are unidentified. And they haven't moved.
Okay.
They're
Can
just
I
some.
try to identify them?
You can try.
Is that Arcana too?
Um, that's an interesting question. See, here's the thing. There are some statues up there. The statues have given no sign that they're hostile, but other statues in the area have been hostile. So I'm mostly just representing them up there.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I don't have to.
Well, it can end up becoming relevant in this battle, so there's stuff related to them.
No harm in doing so.
I'm sorry. Which one would it be then?
I don't know, Arcana. I'm just like none of them really apply, so just roll Arcana.
Okay. I guess that's why I was confused.
Those look an awful lot like gargoyles.
Ah.
They would be made of stone, wouldn't they?
Well, the most notable thing about a gargoyle is that while it remains motionless, it's indistinguishable from an inanimate statue. So it could be an inanimate statue, or it could be an actual gargoyle. This is what a gargoyle looks like in case you're unfamiliar.
I don't like this whole area that we're in right now.
Yeah, it's a kind of crappy area. If it was a gargoyle, gargoyles cling to rocky cliffs and mountains and roost on ledges in underground caves. They haunt city rooftops, perching like vultures among the high stone arches and buttresses of castles and cathedrals. They can hold themselves so still they appear to be inanimate, and they are able to maintain that state for years. Gargoyles make an ideal sentry. If it is a gargoyle, it's resistant to damage from weapons that aren't made of adamantine.
Oh.
It would be immune to poison. It would be immune to exhausted, petrified, or poisoned states. And they mostly attempt to claw or bite at their foes.
Speaking of cathedrals, did you guys know Darth Vader's on the National Cathedral here in DC?
Wait,
I did
what?
not know that.
There's a head of
No.
Marketing?
no. Oh, damn it! I missed. So I
Keep
go
in mind
again
that
with
you have
you, right?
advantage if you're within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, so
Oh,
in this
how do I?
particular case, normally you would click, there's a modifier button next to that says ADV. You would click that.
Mhm.
In this case, what I want you to do is just roll another attack against it.
So advantage has nothing to do with hit chance.
It does, but in this case, because you
You already
rolled
rolled
one
once.
attack, I want you to roll a second attack. There you go.
Damn it!
So
Well,
you get 2 beams, so that's
mhm.
1 beam. Now click advantage and attack him again.
That's huh?
Okay, Kyle. Normally, if you had done this correctly the first time, you would have clicked advantage, you would have rolled 2 dice, and it would have taken the better of the 2 results to determine if you hit. Because that didn't happen, in order to try to retcon it, I let you roll an additional time. But Eldritch Blast has 2 beams. So you
You
would have
have only
rolled,
fired one thus far.
yes. And so
Oh, I
now,
gotcha.
to make sure that advantage goes on this properly, click the advantage button and roll for your second beam. Wow. Okay, so I guess you've determined its AC at the same time. Well done.
Yep.
Roll that damage. Okay.
Phew.
Crap. Is that the advantage didn't go off? Is that on damage as well, or just hit
No,
you?
it's just on to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And regardless, the creature seems to be very, very sturdy. And so your Eldritch Blast barely shifted some of the rubble on its back. It doesn't look particularly perturbed by that. So that's just narrative. Don't get too excited. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not much I can do. So
True.
no.
True. Fixer Upper, you are up.
I'm using my double attack. I'll click advantage and I'll
Oh,
try
hold
and
on.
hit him.
We're gonna move you forward. Only 2 people can be in the front row because of the size of the stair.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
The cowering kobold needs to be eradicated.
Carrying kobold is small size, so someone can step on me.
No, they can't come to a stop in an occupied square.
I'm. Small creatures can occupy the same space as a medium or large.
Uh, I'm unfamiliar with that actually because it doesn't normally come up. There's not a lot of races that are small. We'll go with it for now. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter because Fixer Upper has a turn, but I'm gonna look it up while we're playing.
Yeah, sorry, that might not be true. I'll look it up as well.
Well, I'm gonna wait for this rolling because
Well,
I'd
you can
rather.
still be on the stair beside him, and you can step backwards after attacking.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Won't I get an opportunity attack though?
yes, it will. I'm just
Ugh.
saying that is an option.
Well, I
And
guess it's worth it in this case to ensure Eric gets an attack over me getting a little bit of damage. So okay.
okay.
Oh, whoop, I was wrong. I can move through someone's square. I cannot occupy it. My bad.
Right. And the problem here is that while someone could move through your square, there's no other square for them to occupy that isn't already occupied.
Sorry, if I had known that, I would have moved away, guys.
It's no big deal. Anyway, so take your attack.
Advantage clicked. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, that was at Gargoyle 1.
Oh, sorry.
It actually
pretty
doesn't
sure-
matter in this instance because the roll was so high. I'll let you just apply it to the Earth Elemental, but you are
Okay.
correct. Okay.
Oh, I have to click advantage again. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well done. You really rather like this sword. It kind of sings as it slashes through the air, and it definitely makes an impact on the Earth Elemental's stony flesh. Chunks of the rubble blast away and ricochet off into the distance. However, it is kind of like trying to shape a boulder with that same sword. It's still got a lot of way to go before you can chip through it.
And now it gets its attack on me because I have to get out of the way.
Very true. Let me pull. That's not attacks.
It only has one AOP, though, per
Yes,
turn, right?
that's actually correct. It tries to slam you into the ground, and it misses. It does, however, scare the living daylights out of Tristan. Smash!
He's already cowering.
Ront at this point hefts a javelin and hurls it at the Earth Elemental. He manages
Wow.
to hit
What a boss.
and does 4
Oh, yeah.
damage as the javelin kind of bounces off and clatters onto the stairs. Fargus. Oh, Fargus is thrilled. Let me Oh, he has advantage. I should have rolled that for Ront as well. And crossbow.
Ront doesn't need advantage.
Apparently neither does Fargus. He dropped an 18. God damn.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Before I do that, let me apply this effect and then roll the damage
Sneak
here.
attack.
Yes.
Did he
Wow.
roll all ones?
No. 1, 1, 3, and then +2 for a total of 7, which gets reduced down to 3. That is so pitiful. I was really impressed that he managed to hit for once, then he fucked it up on the damage. Way to go, Fargus. Um, Now it's time for the Earth Elemental's attack. Hmm, let me check something real quick. Oh, that's not good. Um, okay. So he slams and attempts to hit you at a 21.
Let's see here. Unfortunately, even with shield, that's still hit
Oh, that sucks.
by one, which is unfortunate.
Hmm.
So his first hit does 14 points of damage, and he gets a second attack,
There you go.
and he misses you at your current AC anyways. Um, hmm. And then he merges with the Earth and moves to here.
Wow.
But he's already made all of his attacks, so he just menaces Guile. At this point, the gargoyle flies down from its perch, lands in front of
So
Tristan.
I guess they're animate, huh?
Gee, it would seem so.
Hmm.
Yeah, nobody knew. Nobody at
I
all.
am using the shield spell.
Oh, okay, good. Let me remove that 6 damage from you. There we go. Okay. And then it attempts to hit you with. Wait a minute. Can you? Did you drop the effect on yourself?
I'm doing that right now.
Okay, just making sure because I don't want to roll again until it's up.
Done.
Thank you. There.
Nice.
So we got that. Wait, it's a +8?
Mage armor plus shield.
So it should be +5 total.
No, shield's a +5, and mage armor's a +3.
Oh. Yeah, that
Awesome.
was the part that threw me. Okay. No
That's pretty
problem.
powerful.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm all for it. That's very cool. So the creature attempts to claw at you both times. Your magical shield goes up just in the moment, as soon as you stop cowering, and yeah, it's pretty horrific. Tazarath. Oh wait, that is. Damn it! I put you on the wrong side. I wanted to come out near Bob. Never mind. Tazarath, guess what? You get a free. You get your turn, and your melee attack. Do well.
That I do. So, he's already used up his AOPS also.
Yep.
Going to do Great Sword. Ding. I'm going to burn a second level for a 3D. Should I do that before my second attack or after?
You said and then it cut out.
3d8 smite.
Oh, you're asking the party. Okay.
What?
You're asking.
No, I think he's asking you. Should he roll the damage now?
Yeah, should I roll the damage? Should I roll it a should I roll the second attack roll first?
Oh, roll all the damage at once for the first one. Just that way, if we get a crit, it won't affect that. Because you can only
Okay.
put the smite damage on one attack.
Yeah.
At least as far as I know. So there's the greatsword damage. And there's the smite damage. And I think I have to hold. Let me see here. No. Sorry. Grab that. Put it there. There we go. Okay. So
Yay.
your smite damage got added.
Okay. Second attack.
Oh, not that it mattered in this instance, but to remind people like Snake and Melrath, you have advantage. He's still affected by the
hmm
cower.
Well, that works in both cases anyway. Burning a first level slot for a 2d8 smite.
Okay.
Wait, you can. I could just be wrong on this because I don't play paladins very much, but divine smite.
2 smites in a turn.
When you hit a creature with no, it just. Well, let me keep reading. In addition, extra damage. No, actually, it just says anytime you hit with a melee weapon attack.
Hmm.
Which actually doesn't that mean that you can do that on AOPS?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
I also have a question.
Mhm.
Because I have spiritual weapon as a oath spell, would a attack roll count? Could I channel a smite through that?
Let's look up the spell real quick. Actions. Spiritual weapon. Create a floating spiritual weapon. Make a melee spell attack. So that's not a melee weapon attack, which I'm double checking. Smite. Yeah, melee weapon attack.
Okay. I didn't think it would be that broken, but I figured it was worth a shot.
Sometimes it is. There's a couple spells that are like that. But anyways, go on.
Okay. Rolling damage.
Nice, nice.
Rolling more damage.
Okay, let me grab that additional 8 and bloop. That managed to push him over into bloody territory. So you guys have actually, chunked off a significant amount of his health at this point. And he's still standing though.
It's not. I'm not done. I
Oh,
still have a bonus action.
let me put it back on your turn. Sorry.
Thank you. And I'm going to use action. Well, wait. Let me check spiritual weapon rolls. Yeah, I'm gonna cast. Basically, give myself
An extra what?
an extra attack against.
Oh, okay, go
Annoying.
ahead.
Okay. Um. Oh, that didn't attack against anything, and I do have advantage. Cast. Wow.
Well done.
Force damage.
Okay, pretty sure that force damage just goes all the way through. Doesn't look like it was reduced, so yeah.
And the spiritual weapon will be behind it.
Spiritual weapon will be behind it. Oh, yeah, let me create, what is your spiritual weapon, by the way?
Um, I was thinking about that. Since my patron deity devil is the lord of the second level of hell,
Uh-huh.
very militaristic. I'm thinking a Roman style gladius,
Flying sword it is.
but I forget.
Uh,
Dispater, Forgotten Realms.
yeah. So next up is Snake.
I'm using my last level 2 slot to cast Scorching Ray
Okay.
on the Earth Elemental.
Um, would you roll a wisdom check? Go ahead. With your attack.
Okay.
That was very foreboding.
Okay, I guess Dispater. He has a very large. Looks like a staff of power. So
The flying sword it
spiritual.
is. Snake. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Truth be told, I thought I had icons for other weapons and I don't. It's just that flying sword is an enemy. And that's why I have a token for it.
So be it.
Wow, advantage is gonna be so fucking broken on this. Keep going.
Oh, I don't roll damage until the end.
You might as well, yeah, you might as well just go through all your attacks unless one of them is a crit.
Okay.
Technically, the rules say roll damage, roll attack, then damage, roll attack, then damage, so on and so forth. But I think it's fun to roll the dice at once. So
Okay.
okay.
Almost got the crit.
So close. All right, roll all your damage against it. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, I get bonus 1 on that.
Got it. Let me just go blank blank. There you go.
All right,
So
that's
25. That's pretty considerable damage. Very well done. Your scorching rays blast the creature, um, resulting in smoldering pits on its surface, which kind of extinguish fairly quickly since there's nothing to burn per se. Um, but yeah, pretty decent sized craters regardless. Melrath, what will you do?
I'm going to go run up and slap the giant earth elemental with my sword.
Okay.
Ha!
Okay.
Critical hit. Well done. And that is actually pretty close to your maximum. So yeah.
And another
Don't you
swing.
get a
Uh, there we go. Okay. Um,
And that's my turn.
right. So you run up. Your first sword blow lands in a spot in between some of the rocky plates, sinking into the vulnerable soil underneath. And when you yank the sword out, it does some additional damage and causes some of the rocky plates to fall away at the same time. So we return to the top of the round where it is Tristan.
I'm going to toll the dead on the earth element.
Okay. You, don't you get advantage on your? Oh, it's a saving throw. So he fails, which might actually kill him.
dong do 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 do.
You did it. You told
Never underestimate the power of a kobold with his daily action.
the bell tolls for the earth elemental and it crumbles into a pile of inanimate earth. Now it's time for this creature, so it flies on down over to here, and then it attempts to claw at Tristan.
Oh, shield spell. I have 2 more slots left.
Okay. Let me know when. There it is.
Done.
Oh, didn't even need it for the second one, but still. Um, okay, so that was a complete failure. Bob, you're up.
Um. Well, since I'm not sure how long this round's gonna last, I'm gonna use my Rod of the Pack Keeper to regain one of my spell slots.
Oh, excellent.
It says it's just a regular action, so that's probably it for my turn, right?
Unless you have any bonus action spells.
I don't.
Okay. Do you want to move anywhere?
Not right now.
Great. Next up, Fixer Upper.
neither has been damaged, correct?
That's correct.
Am I risking 2 opportunity attacks if I move up and then move out?
Yes,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
highly.
Stupid kobold. All right. I'll attack 1.
Okay, you hit.
All right, now I get to move away.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Did I read that wrong? Oh, I did. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons that aren't adamantine.
Oh, okay, cool.
That
Yeah, I
makes a
wondered why that wasn't 4.
huge difference.
All
Fortunately,
right,
they
so
had it
you get
right.
2 attacks on me.
Okay. Give me just a second to pull those off. So I'll just use the same guy's stat. Oh, they're exactly the same. Nat 1. Congrats. Okay, so they claw ineffectually at you. You manage to move away without being harmed. So next in the initiative order is Ront. He doesn't have advantage on anything. He'll throw a javelin again. It
Aw,
misses. Vargas is up. Wait, no. He fires his hand crossbow. He
nice.
hits. Okay, so let me also give him sneak attack, and then
1 damage.
oh, he dealt
Huh.
9 damage, but it was partially resisted all the way down to 4. Um, so that's
Oh
his
well.
turn. Next up is Gargoyle 2. Let me check one more thing before I continue. I want to make sure I saw that right. I did. Um, oh, okay. Um, he's going to fly and relocate to this position, which gives you an attack of opportunity, Tristan.
Wizard melee attack, look out.
I actually don't know how to do that. I'm trying to find that on the.
It hasn't come up yet.
I never would have thought of such a thing. I mean, there's a feat as well that lets you substitute.
Of course he hits.
Oh no! You dealt max
Max.
damage. Well done. Wow, you like stabbed it right into his like I don't know Achilles heel or something, and it just yeah didn't do much. Good job though. Anyways, you pitiful piece of. Tazarath, you're up.
Oh, I'm going to run to the rear.
Uh,
Do my double attack once again on that's number 2.
Do you have a limit on those per day, or is it infinite?
it's functionally
No, it's
infinite.
just I get to do it whenever I
Okay,
attack. That's a full attack.
I see.
Okay. The second one, I'll burn a normal smite, and that's the end of my spell slots.
Okay.
One. Second hit is pitiful, but let's burn that smite and see what it does.
Okay. So you slash at the creature with a flurry of blows, and you manage to impact it and do some damage. But again, it's just chipping away at a statue, and it doesn't look particularly broken up by your attack. So Snake, you're up.
Bonus attack,
Oh, sorry.
spiritual weapon, but it can't get terribly far.
Well,
No.
yeah, to right about there. You read my mind. Snake.
Spooky. We.
I will use a spell slot, or excuse me, sorcerer points to regain a second slot spell. I have 5 points. I can't remember if it's 3 points or 2. I think it's 3. In case you want to double check what I'm doing here, but
I'm so sorry. I was distracted by something. What's happening?
I believe a second slot spell is 3 sorcerer points. In case you want to double check me, but
Oh, yeah. Give me just a second. I'll check. See her library. Classes. Sorcerer. Sorcery. Font of Magic, I think, is it? Huh. Wait, here it is. Creating spell slots. You said second?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. All right. So I'll attack with Scorching Ray on number 2, Gargoyle 2.
Well, that's fucking random.
What?
First level is 2, second level is 3, third level is 5, so it
Yeah.
increases. And then
It's
fourth level is 6, and then fifth level is 7.
it's weird to keep track of. I agree.
Okay, anyways.
I'm gonna keep targeting it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Do I have to stop now?
Yes. And roll your damage for that attack.
Do I add 1 die or 2?
It'll add it automatically.
Oh, okay. That's why we roll it right now. I see.
It
Or
did.
not.
Roll 2 more dice for me.
2 more? Okay.
Yeah. It should have done that properly.
Fixer Upper rolled that for some reason, but okay.
Shit. 19 would be 7. Okay. Sorry, someone is trying to get into an account, but I also have a 2-second factor authentication on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am uncertain if I actually need to do anything about it. Because the other thing is, it doesn't seem like I can simply send them an email, which is a pain in the ass. Shit. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna drop it for now and hope the two-factor authentication has me covered. And sorry about the interruption. Please
fine.
continue your attacks and damage rolls, and let me also grab this damage. And I'm sorry, was this on 2 or 1?
That was on the critical hit was on 2. 1 hasn't been rolled yet.
Okay.
And yeah, the gargoyles 2 as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Got it.
All right. So I will roll my 2 normal damages now.
Mhm.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. So it looks like all that added up correctly. Creature is now bloodied. It has a lot of cracks. It has some missing pieces. Despite that, the missing chunks don't seem to affect its ability to move, which is odd. It has unusual anatomy. Melrath, you are up.
I'm going to run up behind Gargoyle number 1 and smack it a bunch.
Okay.
Yay.
And that's my turn.
14. Still an effective one. So racing up behind the gargoyle, you beat it about the back and wings for a while. Do some damage, but not enough to. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You do enough to push it into bloodied values. Tristan, you are up.
I'm gonna toll the dead, the one that's right next to me.
Okay. Okay, so he fails. Oof. That's a
Dong.
lot of damage. The creature shudders under the impact of the magical bell that appears beside it, but it is still standing. Doesn't look so great though.
Now I'm going to actually wait. No, never mind. There's enough room, so I'm just going to strafe it so I'm out of people.
Okay. So you made your move. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. No, it's its turn. Uh, it whirls on you and attempts to bite, but it simply impacts on your defensive field. It swings a claw, but that too bounces off your shield. Sorry, mage armor. Mage armor. Wow. Okay, so Bob, you're up next.
Okay, so we seem to be doing pretty well.
Yes.
I'm not too close to Gargoyle 2 to attack with a spell, right?
You are too close to attack with a ranged attack. So if you have anything that uses a saving throw, that would be advantageous.
Oh, because if I move, he'll have an opportunity of attack.
No, because being in melee range with you means that any ranged spell
Disadvantage.
attacks have disadvantage, like your Eldritch Blast, for example.
Ooh. Could I move backwards?
Opportunity of attack.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I asked.
Yes, but you also needed to know that you couldn't just use Eldritch Blast.
I have poison spray.
They are against. Don't they have a resistance or immunity against poison?
They are made of rocks. They can't be poisoned.
They can't have the status effect
Oh.
poisoned placed on them, but they are also immune to damage with the type poison.
So I was actually going to use Toll the Dead anyway, and it already has a wisdom saving
Yeah, it's
throw.
safe.
Is that
There you go.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Bong.
Cool. Failure.
Which means
So
you get
that
to roll.
means. Oh, I always get confused. Damn
I know, right? They should really fix that.
it. Yay. It's a little tiny bell.
What you told the dinner bell for the dead. The gargoyle is tickled by the effect. Well done. Are you gonna try to move regardless, or
Sure, why not?
okay? Let me roll my attack. Ah, its stony teeth close around your arm as you attempt to leave. For 6 points of damage.
So can I cast Hellish Rebuke on it? Since it's a reaction?
Yes.
Okay. Finally, I get to do two things at once.
And it failed its saving throw. Well done.
Of course, you kill it.
My bell didn't work, but I'll just point at it.
4d10.
Yeah. Yeah, because all
Wow.
of his spells are always cast at the highest level spell slot he has available.
Ah.
So the worst thing you can do is damage Bob.
Yeah, actually.
Apparently.
So as soon as the teeth close around your arm and sink in, you cry out, and then flames erupt from the wound, engulfing the creature in that hellish fire, and it incinerates and crumbles to pieces. You pick out little pieces of teeth.
Now, does that take a spell slot if it's a reaction?
I need to see your character sheet first.
Because it's a trait, but
Oh.
it doesn't say anything about a.
It's a racial trait for both of us, so it's one a day.
Yeah, so it doesn't take up a spell slot. Chris has it right. You just have one
cool.
use of it per day.
Cool. All right.
Now it's important to note that if you like Hellish Rebuke, it is available as a sorcerer's spell, I believe.
You mean
Warlock spell. Yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
So you could also like have your daily, and then you could also have it as just a spell.
Okay.
But
Be the god of hellfire.
yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Add that to darkness as well.
No slot.
Yeah, no slot.
That's how I keep my things straight.
Yeah,
no,
what I've done.
That's a great idea.
What I've done on my sheet, rebuke in parentheses, 1 out of 1
My
second
turn
level.
got skipped, by the way.
You're so right. I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
There you go.
All right, kill the other one, guys. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yay.
Oh wow.
Yay.
Okay, so your final strike causes the second gargoyle to crumble to pieces. So now that everything has been broken up, um, you search the creatures
Okay.
just in case somehow they have
hmm
some items on them. The first thing you search are the remains of the earth elemental.
hmm
Inside of it, you find that there is a gem, and there's a. Hold on a second. There's a gem, and there's something. What is the? It's a yellow diamond. It seems like there's something unusual about it. And the earth, sorry, the gargoyles don't actually have any treasure to them. So let me go to inventory and drop this treasure off before I forget. Grab this. Blink. Does anybody in particular want to hold on to this gem?
Can I cast detect magic on it?
Absolutely. You
All
cast
right.
detect magic as a ritual. So everybody stands around for 10 minutes. You place the gem in the center of the detect magic ritual
hmm
just because it's easy. It glows very brightly. Now, actually, I don't remember all the spell schools, so let me just pop over to the classes and see if I can find the wizard spell list because they always have a list. Weapon, spell casting, tradition. Here we go. This should be it. It has a conjuration effect on it.
I may as well burn a divine sense to see if it's a good or evil effect as well. I've
It
got 4 of
doesn't
them a day.
work that way. It allows you to sense the presence of specific creatures. I don't believe it allows you to sense the presence of good or evil.
Um, well, it does allow me to detect the presence of any place that's been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
So if nothing else, I should at least be able to see whatever that altar was if it was magical that the Medusa was at.
Oh, that's evil.
Okay.
That's really, really evil. Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah. Stunning.
Okay.
But that tells you nothing about the gem.
I'm sorry, did we say there was magic on it?
On
Yes.
the There's magic on the
Conjuration.
gem. It's a conjuration effect, and that also the statue, or sorry, the altar that the Medusa was on is also magical and quite evil.
But we don't know if this gem is good or evil.
Um, yeah, and normally objects don't really have a sense of good or evil unless they are intelligent.
Hmm.
I'll cast
Okay.
Identify on it then.
Okay. I'm gonna put this in Will's inventory. There we go. Because once it's there, I can actually properly identify it. So then I go to Tristan, then I go to inventory, then I go to yellow gem, and then I click this. Um, this gem contains a mote of elemental energy. When you use an action to break the gem, an elemental is summoned as if you had cast the Conjure Elemental spell, and the gem's magic is lost. Yellow diamond contains the ability to summon an earth elemental. But the most important thing about this earth elemental gem is that it's cursed. Any elemental that you summon with it will be hostile to the summoner, and only the summoner. That said, if you have an ability to cast Remove Curse or a place that you can obtain that service, it will function as it should, and it will actually be protective of the caster.
Guess who has that spell but has no spell spots to use it and doesn't have it prepared? We'll do that later.
Well, we
Indeed.
can talk to the cleric in town and
Pay
figure
money.
that out.
Yeah, you can pay
Or
lots
I
of
can do
money.
it
Yeah.
for free.
It sounds like we should take a rest at some point, though.
Well,
For a
actually,
little
you
bit.
guys have fully explored this area. So the only other thing that you hadn't found any information about is the stone maniers. The maniers are the
The big stones.
Stonehenge circles. Yeah.
What about the treasure pile that was at the edge? That the gargoyles.
I misread. It turns out the treasure was supposed to be inside the Earth Elemental. They made it sound like there was a destroyed Earth Elemental at the top of the ledge.
Hmm.
And I was just unclear as to their description. It was weirdly worded. So, um, we cover all of those things. You guys have done everything else. I would also like to note that as far, if I go to main and then I go to ability charisma, and then I set this to that, and then I roll this. Okay, I have rolled a charisma check for defeating the Medusa. You guys, how are you showing that you defeated her?
I will glad. Well, who did she try and petrify? They can chop off her head and bring it.
Fix her upper.
Snake. It was actually Snake because Snake had the highest charisma.
You're just gonna bring the head?
Uh,
Does it
else?
still function after death?
No.
Do we have a box to put it in?
Wait,
I don't think it does. I don't believe that. Well, if it was a magical item.
I have a small glass jar. Will it fit?
No.
You also have to grab
Yes,
the.
Melrat. That's what I was thinking. Feed it a shrinking shrimp. Put it in my small glass jar.
You would have had to feed it to her while she was still alive. It won't affect dead material.
Oh, yeah, you and your logic.
Those
Anyways,
shrooms no longer exist, guys. Get over it.
Did we eat them all?
Yes, they're all gone.
Jokey ate them.
He eated them.
He ate them. Yeah.
We're also bringing back the stoned dwarf.
Yeah, that might help.
hang tight for just a second. I'm doing a quick Google search.
How to make dead Medusa heads eat mushrooms.
The Medusa can force a creature to save or be petrified. The sight of a Medusa, thus, is not automatic in 5e as it is in classical literature. Consequently, the severed head is harmless,
Oh.
if horrifying.
That's good.
Yeah, so no harm in handling this particular thing. So right, you sever the creature's head. You shake it a little bit until all the fluids flow out of it. When that seems to have come to a halt, you're good to go. And at this point, you guys sort of stop for a moment and kind of look at each other. You're covered in dust, in filth, in rock,
Medusa blood.
Medusa blood. You are one hell of a sight. It looks like you've been down in some of the deepest mines, tolling away, and the mines won. But regardless, you are victorious. So, let me also head over to here because there is in the inventory. I'm placing another object. I'm gonna put this on. I don't know, Melrath, because I don't want to waste time asking anybody. So you have a diamond now. So you guys return to the staging area. You pound on the gates for a little while, and you can hear excited talking on the other side. Um, well, you know what? It's a pitiful reward, but it is a reward, and I see no reason to deny you it. Um, Bob, please add 2 additional gold pieces to your inventory.
Just 2?
Hmm.
You sure?
Yes, because everybody else got 8 pieces, and it didn't divide out evenly.
That was a pitiful reward. I
It
agree.
was 50 gold. Well, it was 50 gold.
Hmm.
And then a diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was really the diamond. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys covered all that stuff. Sark Axbarrel is thrilled to see that you have not only found the Medusa but managed to kill it. I can't believe it. You survived and you brought back this head. I'm gonna show this to my kids. They're gonna think it's the coolest thing ever. It'll be a centerpiece on our table.
Delightful.
I bet I can twist the snake heads to form goblet holders. This is going to be the greatest thing. I'm going to have so many parties with this. And he just walks off talking about all the plans that he has for this horrible head. So at this point, I'm going to use Fargus again to identify your location on the map. And I'm zooming out a bit now because I have a need to see more of it. Oops. That's about right there. So you guys are currently there at the staging area. Options for places to go. You can swing by the Ruby and the Rough Temple. Um, Additionally, you can choose to report on your progress.
We should get Runt uncursed before the curse takes place and kills him. Unless we're trying to get him killed.
That's actually a fair point because if you rest, he will have that problem.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been useful. It's not sentimental.
He takes hits. We'll give him
Sorry,
that.
I was away. What did I miss?
They're determining whether or not they want to cure the mummy rot curse on Ron.
Mummy rot. Ugh.
Again, if we can get a long rest, I can take care of that.
Yeah, but if you take a long rest, he'll be forced to lose hit points.
And he might lose too many to survive.
Well, actually, this will be the first time that he's losing hit points, so that's improbable. But regardless, oops, there. That's certainly an option. You also have the opportunity, if you don't want to go to Ruby in the Rough, to go to the Foaming Mug, which is the local bar.
Did we take the stoned dwarf to the priest guy to be fixed?
No, and nor do they know that he is out there needing a fix.
No, we said we were going to bring him back.
Oh, well,
Yeah, we
that
did.
happened in another session, and I didn't remember, so I didn't do it.
Oh no, I sorry, I mentioned it offhandedly before I went off to the bathroom. Yeah. So yeah, we want to pick him up and take him back to the temple.
Okay. I don't think that's an issue. Okay, so then your first stop, you make it back to the temple, and you actually end up sort of hoisting him up onto the altar. The acolyte, whose name I still don't know for some reason. Yeah, they just never named him. Okay. The acolyte looks at him and he says, "Thank you so much for returning him. It'll probably take me a couple of tries, but that's better than just being stuck out there with no hope of revival." He gives you a kind of lopsided grin. Is there anything else I could do for you?
We killed we banished what's his name that you gave us the scroll for.
Oh, marvelous. Let me see. Where's the rewards for that? Might be under here. Um, hmm. Let me check the physical book.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay. Rock blight. Ah. Okay. I found it. The reward is a little more lame than you might be hoping. Um, I didn't mention it before, but I had rolled a charisma check for the party to see if you changed attitudes from the deep gnomes. So the return of the deep gnome changed attitudes, and the destruction of Ogremok's Bane changed attitudes. So at this point, they're one change of attitude away from considering you guys allies of the city. So people are looking at you much more positively, and your deeds are becoming well known. So that's what you get.
We're fucking badass. That's what that means.
And we still have quite a few more adventures that we can do in the town. Haha.
Exactly. Also, being allied with the city is actually a lot better than just being allied with a person. So, yeah. Um, Well, actually, I'm sorry. I should misspeak, or I have misspoken. I should adjust what I said. You will be considered friends of the city. You have to do a lot more for it to be considered allies. But friends with the city is still at least enough for them to, try to take you up to the surface. So, um, at this point, do you want to ask him for any other services while you're there, or do you want to go with Tristan's plan to cast Remove Curse over the course of a couple days?
I'm advocating for a long rest. Is
Uh,
that included in remove curse? I thought that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. If I get a long rest, I can rearrange my spells, and I've got enough spell slots so that I can remove Curse on Ront and remove Curse on Diamond. I just need the rest for spell slots and to rearrange what spells I prepare.
okay, so it sounds like you don't want to spend the money then. That's fine. Um, then everybody at this point heads to the Foaming Mug. Is there anything in particular here? Um, Once you get into the Foaming Mug, it's. I'm gonna move Fargus just so you know where on the map you presently are. Um, I'm reading through some stuff. They didn't actually write a specific description, so I'm just trying to see what's relevant. Ah, um, ah, okay. Okay, I think I have a good sense of what is going on here. So when you guys arrive, like I said, you you look pretty rough, and there's a number of deep gnomes that are presently here. It looks like there's at least a good 14 patrons. Um, the dimensions of this particular space are a lot larger than most of the deep gnomes are normally accommodating. It looks like this place was probably built to house foreign guests because all of the furniture is of mixed size. There's tables that are obviously meant for deep gnomes, and there are tables that are obviously meant for the larger races. Um, a lot of the rooms all seem to be the size of your standard human, and so once you come inside, um, there's a deep gnome that is behind the bar, and um, he's up unusually high behind the bar because the bar is made for humans. So he must have some sort of stand or something going on back there. But as soon as you come in, he sort of looks lazily at the door, and then he sees you, and his eyes go wide, and he goes, "It's them! It's them, the people that have banished Ogremok's Bane and killed the Medusa! Please, please come in, come in, come in, come in, come in." And he starts scrabbling around trying to get drinks ready for the six of you. Any preferences? Any preferences? I have mead. I have, and he starts going through a list of drinks. Pull up a chair. I want to hear all about it. And he looks at you kind of dreamy-eyed.
Anyone else want to tell the tale?
Nope, no role playing
No
for this
better
group.
Christmas story?
I wasn't here for a third of it. That's the problem.
Ah,
Well, okay, so we went. Tristan is going to spin a very, very, very tall tale for a very, very short kobold about the wonders of defeating Ogremok's Bane and the Medusa.
okay. He pays rapt attention. The entire time, the only thing that he breaks to do is to continue to push free food and free drinks on you. The food is actually the best food you've had in the entire Underdark the whole time you've been here, which at this point I believe comes down to a matter of like a month and a half. And the drink is similarly very warm, very spicy, a little light on alcohol, but the flavor makes up for it. And so he, you know, keeps giving you all this food. Um, Several of the deep gnomes have completely ceased any pretense of paying attention to whomever they were with, and everybody in the entire bar is listening, with equal attention. Additionally, more deep gnomes have come in. and also taken up other spots at other tables. And you seem to be causing something of a rush. So the barmaids are whirling about, serving whatever they can, to everybody that enters. Um, and then when you finish with your story, the other deep gnomes applaud, and then everybody immediately turns to their partner and starts gossiping about both parts of your tale, things that are going on around town. It sounds like there's a lot of information being exchanged in this area if you care to follow up on it.
Free information? Sure.
Okay. Is anybody else going to go around and talk to the patrons, or will it just be Tristan?
I think Tazarath will. That 17 charisma has to point.
Yes, indeed. It often makes you the leader of the party. Um, Now, for everybody else, there is a bath available in addition to rooms. Um, if Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like it'll be 5 gold for the entire party to just have rooms, individual rooms. Um, I'm sorry, not five, six, because there's 6 people. Um, and so if any one character will subtract 6 gold from their inventory and just tell me that they did it, so that no everybody doesn't rush to do it, that'll
Uh,
cover us.
Whatever, I'll do it.
Okay, so you cover it. Between Tristan and Tazarath, you guys pick up on the following pieces of information. It might be rumors, but Blingden Stone's ghost problem is getting a lot worse, in the sense that there are that a lot of the spirits that hang out are generally fairly helpful. They're ancestors, and they don't want anything bad to happen to the current settlers of Blingden Stone. Um, but they're also unable to pass into the next life. However, the spirits weren't inherently a problem until several of the spirits more recently have become violent. Um, One of whom I believe you guys actually took down already.
Yep.
Yep. Now, there was a crazy Snurfniblin back in the first days of the reclamation who disappeared, and some of the scouts claim to have seen him skulking around the unrecovered areas of the settlement. But everybody has the same description, so it seems a little improbable that um, that one is false. Um, let's see here. Now, the Stoneheart Enclave, which is a offshoot of the Ruby and the Rough Temple, um, is closing in on a solution to Ogremok's Bane before you guys came along, and cleared out the problem. So the Stoneheart Enclave is now ramping up production on Earth Elementals. A lot of people in the area are divided as to what to do about the were-rats living in the caverns. Some people want them out so that they can make room for, quote, proper deep gnomes. And others think that an alliance of mutual defense would be both more useful and ultimately less hassle. They think that they can be trusted, especially since they hung on to that region of Blingdenstone the entire time, even when the Drow were assaulting, they never left. So they must have some survival instincts. There's a merchant from Gracklestug who says that there's been an influx of surface world coins, but nobody knows where they're coming from. And lastly, there's a deep known caravan that had returned from the Whiteshell mines, um, and they encountered a parade of dancing myconids. And through their telepathic spores, the Myconids told the gnomes about some wedding celebration, which is super strange considering that Myconids don't have or celebrate weddings. And that's all of the information you managed to gather around the foaming mug.
That last one sounds slightly familiar, just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. But it's in there just in case people skipped certain areas, I imagine. Um, so I'm gonna go through now, go like that, and give everybody, whoops, everybody long rests.
Sorry,
Um,
I'm back now. I had a sneezing fit.
oh, no problem.
No, that sucks, man.
And
Mhm.
then, so
I was dealing
Tristan, you don't have to
was
worry
away
too
and not
terribly
working.
much about your prepared spells. Just apply the appropriate slot so that you don't have to do an unnecessary amount of fiddling with your character sheet.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And then,
Okay,
like,
I'll be down 2 third level slots in order to clear Ront and the.
and the Earth Elemental gem.
Yeah, that's
So,
what I meant.
so is everybody cool with hanging out for an extra long rest so Tristan can get his spell slots back?
Sure.
Sure.
So you guys end up resting and really relaxing over the course of, 2 days. Um, Tazarot,
What?
did you mean to put that in the chat?
No, I did not. I was trying to reset that to 1 out of 1.
Yeah, no problem. Oh yes, do your portend roll. 19 and 1.
Ooh,
Oh man, I love this.
yeah, that's really good.
Man, somebody's gonna fail a saving throw. So with that out of the way, let me close that down, pull this out, and there we go. Hello.
Do we want to sell all the junk that we got in the marketplace?
Do you guys want to do that?
I
Um,
mean, we share a bit of junk.
Okay. Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. Just go through your inventory, find the various objects, delete them out, and then replace them with the appropriate quantity of gold.
way to go,
So
Melrath.
if everybody can do that, we should get through this fairly quickly.
Do we need a tiny ruby for anything, or should I sell it?
What kind of ruby?
It's a tiny ruby worth 250 GP.
Oh, no, that's treasure. So sell it.
So, is there any reason not to just follow Melrath's list?
Some other people have things, I think. I don't think I put everything on him.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't have much of anything.
I think I just have most of the junk on me.
Yeah, I don't. We kind of made you the mule.
Well, especially because he can literally hold the most.
Right.
Because I think the game does do something with encumbrance. Like, I mean, I know that Dungeons and Dragons does, but I mean the actual module thing itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
once I sell all my items, that's my total.
Okay. Um. Anyways, let me know when everybody has fully checked all their stuff. I'm gonna put down my headset real quick, run to the bathroom if you guys don't mind. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, I have a few things I can sell. I'll do that now.
Yeah, I just had the ruby, so
Yeah, I have a $500 or 500 gold pearl, so I'll sell that.
oh, who wants the elemental gem, by the way?
I I don't really want it.
Somebody who has fewer actions per turn should get it.
So I'm sorry, we removed the curse.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was why we took 2 short rests, so that I could do the remove curse without actually going into battle without all my 3rd level spell slots for the next. Which was nice of you all. Thank you. Yeah, I figure I can hold on to the elemental gem, but if someone else feels like they could use it or needs it, it's a very good oh shit button.
Eh, yeah, I'm okay. I don't know about anyone else, but
Oh, also, don't we have an empty spell gem?
That sounds familiar.
Since we took two long rests, does someone want to stick a high level spell in, like a fireball or something?
Yeah, actually, doing that with a fireball is a good idea.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm back.
Hey, Alex, do you remember who got the empty spell gem?
Um, you guys don't have a spell gem?
Yeah,
No,
we do.
You
We got one
don't.
as a quest item, a quest reward, if I recall.
You haven't done that quest.
Oh,
which one?
Wait,
I'll have to look. Give me a moment.
I thought we got it from the spell gem merchant guy for bringing him back his stuff.
No, you got 50 gold pieces from him. Now, if you purchase one, that's different. But as far as I remember, you don't have one.
it's not in my inventories.
not mine either. So
A little bit further. Here we go. Let's see here. The ooze quest results in a spell gem.
Wait, the ooze quest?
Yeah, investigating the oozes.
we haven't done yet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So did I? Oh, I got a list under party inventory of sellables. Total is items sold is blah. Okay. Let me click on inventory then.
I'm not sure what I have that would be addable to that.
The total is 6,000. Wait, how is the total 6,745 gold pieces when the items you sold are 3,745?
Oh, I was keeping track of everyone's stuff that we're just going to sell. So,
But
but
the
yeah, my total's different. So I just added mine in.
well, what I mean is, if the party inventory of sellables is 6,745, I see 5,478 gold pieces, which I guess means that people don't realize they can sell stuff.
Maybe it's including all our armor and such.
Is it?
No, it was all the gems and dresses we picked up.
Maybe that's stuff that you guys have already sold, and you just never removed it from the list.
We didn't that, but or maybe it didn't wind up in the inventory.
Are my pearls on there, Eric?
Yeah, I had the 2 pearls,
And they were what?
500 each, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, I just sold that, for example.
Okay. Yeah, it's really important that you update your various totals because
Don't forget selling the fabulous dresses.
We got the fabulous dresses? Didn't we put Melrath in the fabulous dresses?
Yep, and I sold them.
Gotcha.
Brett,
Apparently he's
your
not so
gold pieces
fabulous.
are 10.
Yeah, I just forgot to add as well. I subtracted instead of added.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay. I'm pretty close to the expected total, so I'm gonna go with that. So you guys currently have 6,378 gold.
Okay.
So at this
Okay.
point, if you wanted to go and buy a spell gem,
Mhm.
it's 200 times the level of the spell is the highest thing that it can contain. Obviously, there's a limit in terms of like the total number of spell gems you can purchase, but I just mostly wanted you to know like what the cost was if you wanted to go buy one right now.
Oh, we were just I brought it up because we were taking too long rests, and I figured it'd be a good time to put it in as any. But I didn't realize I was mistaken about us having one.
Well,
So
no, I'm still fine with that. All I'm saying is if you want between the first rest and the second to go to the vendor for spell gems, obtain a spell gem, put remove curse in it, for example, and then go back and rest, you can do that. Do you follow?
yep.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Um, maybe we could get two. I think Fireball and Remove Curse are both very kind of good utility spells
Yeah.
for lots of things.
It'll be 600 gold. Or sorry, it'll be yeah, 600 gold per third level spell gem.
All right, I'll buy the Fireball one with what I have.
How much does a scroll of remove curse cost?
That might
Um,
be better.
remove curse is a second or third level spell.
Third.
Third. 300.
So
However,
what's the advantage of this of the gem versus the scroll?
um, that well, okay. So first of all, no, you can't buy a ninth level spell gem. The caps out at fifth level. That's the highest spell level that they make for it. Um, when you create a scroll, assuming that you are the one creating it, it requires experience from you.
Okay.
In a spell gem, you just cast the spell.
Yeah, fair enough.
And more
Plus,
importantly, in this particular region, because spell gems are like the most valuable thing that they produce them in high quantities and they don't bother with scrolls. So if you want one, you would have to like I don't know, fucking trek all the way back to Gracklestew and purchase them there because they don't
Oh,
sell
okay.
them. Now, I'm not saying that like in terms of like cost to value that you don't have a point. I'm just it's not available.
All right, and anyone, um, someone have to use magic device to use a spell gem, or is it only someone that can cast it normally?
Anybody can use it. They just have to
Oh,
crush it.
okay,
Yeah.
and that's
awesome.
also the difference between spell gems and
Right,
scrolls.
right.
A
Okay, so
scroll you
that we
can
got it.
really
Okay.
fast.
All right, so I
And
will
it's
give
also
my fireball spell gem to whomever they think whoever should use it. I mean, who wants it?
hmm. Honestly, I think one of the melee characters. We should give it to Melrath.
Okay.
Do remember that a couple of things, just in case it matters. One of the other very important things to know about spell gems that you wouldn't normally consider is that certain classes that don't have spell scrolls, like paladins and rangers, can imbue their spells into spell gems.
Hmm.
So that's a factor. And I mean, obviously this doesn't apply until far later, but when a paladin hits like 15th level, they get these third level spells, and their third level spells are way better than normal third level spells. Um, but they're also still third level spells, so
Hmm.
that's a factor. Um, and also consider for a moment, like if Bob wants to invest something into a spell, like Hypnotic Pattern or Dispel Magic or Mind Spike or whatever, um, it gets cast as a third level spell from that gem.
Okay.
So like there's lots of possibilities here, and they're much more versatile than spell scrolls in that
Hmm.
way. So really look at your spell list and make sure there's nothing else that you want to do with it. Um, and if you in fact only want to buy two, and we'll work out the price when I'm sure that you've only purchased two.
All right, I'm double checking to see if I think there's a better option on my list. Uh,
Oh, and I'm so sorry. Just to be really truly clear, part of the reason that Bob's spells are at third level as a function of his warlock ability.
mhm.
However, if the cleric casts a first level spell using a third level spell slot, you can invest more powerful healing magic into that gem. Do you follow?
Mhm. Yes, that makes sense.
Okay.
But in the interim, I think Fireball is the best option, and I agree we should give it to Melrath.
Okay.
That works for me.
Okay. So that one's out of the way. I'm pretty sure you guys already wanted to do one for remove curse, which I think is a fantastic
Yeah, just
idea.
in case.
I think it's a good idea. It's
Yeah.
really safe.
Um, so that's two. Is there anything else that you can possibly think of that you want?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nah.
Then Melrath, can I ask you to subtract the 1,200 gold from your spell list?
Yep.
So sorry, not I meant your gold, but you can do
Money.
that. Yeah, money. Money is magic. So we covered all those things. You did your rest, and yeah, so everybody has all their spell slots. And at this point, um, I believe there's like approximately three things to do. One of them is to check out to try to investigate the oozes.
hmm
The other is to ask about that stone manier in case anybody knows anything about it. And then the last thing to do is, or at least the last thing you can think of to do, is to investigate the were rats.
So the angry ghosts, we already took care of that. Was that just the one ghost, or were there more?
That's a good question. Let me double check on that.
We should
Ghost
ask
busting
about
is
the
kind of
stone.
fun.
Oh, actually, you covered it because one of the
Oh.
things I neglected to catch in the recap because it wasn't relevant to the last play session, but the play session before that. When you guys first came into the Medusa area, there was a ghost that attacked you that aged Snake
Mhm.
10 years. Remember that?
Oh right, yeah.
You found some remains, and you actually returned those already to the acolyte, and he put them to rest. Yeah. So you got your reward for that as well, which was experience, which means no reward. So anyways, those are the three things that are left to be covered. So what will you do?
I say using my
The
powerful
stone thing.
ability of meta knowledge. Oh, stone thing? What stone thing?
The stone menhir.
Sure, works for me.
Okay. The stone manier seemed like it might be a religious function, so everybody decides to hoof it up to Ruby in the Rock.
Okay.
So you describe the manier, and wow, they really fucked up how this works. Give me just a second.
Are we close to leveling?
You will level when you finish all of the adventures that are relevant in this city.
Yay.
Huh. Okay. Let's see, area 13. Give me a moment. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. I think that's... No, that's 14. Where the hell is 13? 13. Wait, what? No, that's 15. Give me the book. I don't have to aimlessly search through this stupid thing. Wait, did I go too far? I went too far. Refuse pile. 12, 13. Ah, okay.
I refuse the refuse.
I think I found what I was looking for. Um, 13. But where on the map is that? Oh, wait, the map on this thing has numbers on it. 13. Aha! I found it. Anyways, I'm sorry. You go to the Ruby in the Rough. You ask about the Manier, and he actually directs you to head over and speak with Gurnik Tapfinger. And specifically because it turns out, although you hadn't really seen much of it yet, there's actually another set of stone maniers already inside Blingdenstone proper. And so naturally, he thinks that Gurnik would be the best person to tell you anything about it. So the party walks over there. It's actually only a 15-minute walk from where you ended up. Um, and Gurnik is within. He There's a section. It has a very circular pattern to it, and he introduces himself. I'm the head priest of Caladurn Smoothhands, um, who is their deity that allows them to tame earth elementals for usage. But more importantly, um, why, that's most fascinating. Given that the area is largely cleared out, I don't expect that there would be too much trouble if I could ask a favor of you. I have this ruby spell gem, and it happens to contain the Hallow spell. And if you were to place that in the central stone of the Mainir, I have a feeling that you might be able to reconsecrate that space for use, and we'd actually be able to bring in even more earth elementals. Um, but I must warn you, I fear that Ogremok's Bane would its influence might still have the area desecrated, and its servants might still attempt to stop you, even though you banished it from this plane. Um, I think you'll have to defeat some of the servants until the gem awakens the temple guardians, at which point the temple will be properly cleansed, and if you return to me, um, I will bestow a powerful blessing upon you of your choice. For every player's personal information, blessings are permanent stat improvements
Ooh,
that you
Ooh.
get. And so there are two choices. He will bestow you with a blessing of protection, which permanently increases your AC and saving throws all by one.
nice.
Or um, he will bring the blessing of the gods to turn one magical weapon, non-magical weapon in your inventory to a +1 weapon, but only as long as you personally wield it.
Eh.
The first one's nice.
Yeah, yeah. The AC and saves is definitely the one to go for.
Yeah,
I was about to say the three casters in the group were like, eh.
I did kind of fucking laugh at that myself when I saw it. And actually, you know what? If you'll bear with me for just a split second.
I mean, yeah, I hear you, but saves are always good to have, I think.
Well, no,
Oh
but
yeah, no, saves are great. That's definitely my choice.
Yeah.
hold tight for just a second. I'm going to pop into the appropriate Dungeon Master's guide chapter to see if I can find the rest of the blessings, because I know there are more than those two. If there's another
Mhm.
appropriate blessing, I'm willing to offer it in place of blessing of
Ooh.
weapon, because it seems like trash.
Yeah.
Um, Artifacts, other rewards. Here we go. Supernatural gifts.
All the melee characters already have weapons that are better than that anyway.
Ah, okay. So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. There are now two additional blessings of your choice. And actually, let me make sure I've read the whole list before I go any further. Yeah, okay. There's two additional options. There's a blessing of health. Your constitution score increases by 2 up to a maximum of 22. The normal maximum for stats is 20.
Wow.
The other blessing is the blessing of understanding. Your wisdom score increases by 2 up to a maximum of 22.
I say we think on it, but definitely we take this quest and go kick some golem butt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a really good reward compared to a lot of the other rewards we get.
Yeah.
yeah, and you can't actually take them until you've completed the task anyways. So,
Right.
okay, well, I don't need to ask what you're doing next. We're gonna march our happy asses right over into there. I'm gonna plop this hallowed gem on Fixer Upper, since he is
Mhm.
actually the party's cleric. Put that there, and then I'm also gonna make sure that it's identified. Gem, gem, gem. Oh, it seems to have come identified. That's fine. Okay, so close that out. Everybody marches over to here. Please arrange yourselves in the pit or on the stairs, but not on the upper level around these stone menhirs. Do note that there's a whole bunch of rubble there. It completely covers the area, and you can't go past or onto that rubble.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm actually going to move Fargus out of there so somebody can occupy that space, and I'll worry about him and Ront after that. Okay, so everybody's in position. Ront is going to move to here. Fargus is going to move to here because that seems like him. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put Ront right about here so that I can sort of space everybody out a little bit. Okay, let me just read this one more time to make sure I've got all the information right. Okay. Okay. I see how this is supposed to go. It's going to be a little tight. I'm actually going to move Tristan back a little bit because I need to. And like this. Okay. So once you guys get to the structure, you do see a socket in the central menhir that can accept the ruby gem. So everybody prepares their weapons or spellcasting implements as necessary. You get them all wielded.
I'm going to precast Melf's Minute Meteors so I have an extra turn ahead of it.
Okay. Any
And as
other?
usual, my turn.
Right.
Yeah, good question.
That's a good question.
Oh, Spirit Guardians
I'll
last
give
10 minutes, so I'm going to cast that.
Okay. What's that, Chris?
I'm going to Shield of Faith.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What are we doing? We're all
Precasting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for people who have additional spell slots more than two, any precast that you'd care to do.
Do we need to?
Something's going to happen as soon as I insert this gem into the
There's going to
statue.
be combat. You know that part for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use this one without a spell slot?
Yes.
How do I cast Mage Armor?
You go under the spell, and then once you are underneath the spell, there's an effect, and you drop that on your character. So, like, if you
Oh,
look in the chat. Oh, there you go. Okay, so Melrath has cast Protection of Good and Evil on himself. Tazarath has given himself a bonus to AC.
And I'm going to use Mold Earth at the very bottom of the steps to create rough terrain for the bad guys.
Okay.
Unless you guys have a better place I should position it.
I'm also going to do
Well,
that.
since you also don't know where, how did you do that?
I
Chris?
cast Shield of Faith again.
Yeah, but it's a concentration spell, Chris.
Oh, well. Never.
Is that 15 feet about, or should I make it a little bigger?
It should definitely be
Radius,
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to move you
Okay.
though for a second.
All right.
Oops. Let me get out of mask mode. Delete. No. Whoa, that was almost bad. How do I leave mask mode? Fuck. Oh, exit mask mode. There we go. Actually, yeah, it pretty much
More like
covers
that?
the area.
Okay. Cool.
Should be about like that. Yeah. Okay,
And
so
it'll yeah, I'm the one putting the gem in, so I guess I'll have to center it here.
yeah, if you can.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So, all right. I just want to make sure that we've covered everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Chris, make sure that you didn't accidentally, or that you gave yourself back that spell slot since you didn't cast it.
Yeah, I got that already.
And you know what? I'm sorry. One last thing. I just want to make sure that I'm right and not assume. Yeah, concentration. Okay, so it can only affect you. So we have spell, minute meteors, and that. And Bob, did you actually cast the effect? Oh, yes, you did. I see it. I see it.
Yep.
All right, then we're all set. As soon as you insert the socket, an earth elemental appears out of the wall. Let me shrink him down to size. There we go.
Giant elemental.
A truly giant
Oh,
earth
you
elemental.
poor son of a bitch. We know how to deal with you.
Well, you still don't have any thunder spells.
Imagine if we did.
Uh,
Jeez.
I mean, hey, look, if we were playing the other game and, Tazarath was, I forget the name of the other guy, that chromatic orb right now would be flying everywhere. I use thunder to my advantage. Anyways, everybody
Yeah, it
roll
would.
initiative for me.
I actually rolled once.
Holy shit, you guys are all very middle of the road right there. Okay, well, Fixer Upper is up first. So the creature is large and it takes up a lot of the space behind you. It won't be hard for you to turn
Okay.
around and wallop him.
I am using double attack.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to. Wow.
It is a garden variety earth elemental, so there's nothing new.
Right.
Okay. Um,
Wow, we have a fan. That's interesting.
Someone's listening?
Well, more than that, he's offering to do graphics for this.
Wow.
wow.
Okay.
I'll try not to scare him away.
No worries. You can take
I
your
meant
turn though.
no such promise.
Yeah, sorry. All right. So that's a hit. Nice. And my second attack. Cool.
Oh,
26 damage. We'll take it.
that's pretty damn good.
Nice.
So now it's assuming you're done. It's Snake's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Snake is up.
Okay. And Snake will burn a spell slot, level 2, and well, actually, I guess I could take advantage of Thunder with Chromatic Orb. So his weakness is that 50% more, or is that double?
It should just apply automatically. I don't think you have to do anything to it.
Yeah, I was just curious.
It should be 50% more, or I think it's 50% more.
Okay.
Bring that back. Close that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, it's double.
Okay.
Even
Cool.
better. So Snake forms a chromatic orb betwixt his scaly fingers and hurls it at the creature. It hits with the sound of a thunderclap and it reels from the damage. Now it is the Earth Elemental's turn, which means that I need you to drop the save effect from Spirit Guardians on it.
Okay. Oh. Damn.
Okay, so roll your damage. It's just going to take half.
All right.
Ooh, that
Great
is
roll.
that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Earth Elemental, despite being peppered by holy spirits, holy spirits, lumbers forward and it actually has a 10-foot reach. So Snake gets
Oh.
hit, and
I'm going to use shield,
okay.
if that makes a difference. Hold on.
Well, it's a 21, so you calculate your armor and know that shield is like a +5.
No, it doesn't. Never mind.
Okay. Incoming second attack. Ooh, even more. And so Snake takes 12 and
Wow.
19. So Snake is bloodied and near death.
Cool.
Yeah, both slam effects. The first fist lands it up against the wall, and it pulls back and slams again. And Snake looks battered, bloodied, and bruised. Tristan, you're up.
I'm going to fling 2 of my meteors at him
Okay,
as my bonus action.
that is backside, I assume.
Yes. Actually, no. I'm just going to fling forward him. 2 with normal action, 2 with bonus.
Okay,
1 second.
wow.
Nice job.
Not really. That's a lot of ones. Anyway, that was my turn.
Okay, so you just rolled all of the meteors as a single attack.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Next up is Ront. Ront
Show us how it's
shuffles
done, Ron.
forward. Rah, Earthman smash, and there we go. His great axe ricochets off of the Earth Elemental's hide, sending sparks everywhere. Bob, you're up.
Okay, let's see if this does anything. Um, so it should automatically do half, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Cool.
There you go.
Go.
Um. Okay. Well done. Your mind spike. I mean, the Earth Elemental doesn't have much of a mind, so it was. Despite that, it somehow manages to evade the brunt of the mind spike. But again, the creature reels and groans and Terran. Fargus. Oh, I'm sure he's going to be hyper effective. Let's see here. He hits.
Wow.
That's a plus. He gets his sneak attack though, thanks to all of his allies. So, come on, ones. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
8.
Yeah, 8 damage. That's pretty good. Which
Okay.
means, of course, he dealt at least double that.
Mhm.
All right. Melrath, you are up.
I'll run over and smack it a bunch.
Okay.
That's kind of your shtick, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Heh.
Okay. Your twin slashes end up dealing substantial damage. I didn't mention it before because I didn't notice, but it was bloodied before Melrath came to it. So just to give you guys that clue, Tazarath, you are up.
Bonus action summoning the spiritual weapon behind the thing.
Hmm. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be creating a token for that. Master's Guide sword. Um, Flying sword. There you go. So
Ching.
okay. The sword. Oh, don't move the token. Because it makes it difficult for me to.
Sorry.
It's gonna be whatever. There. Anyways, it goes ahead and swings. The force of the weapon actually is moderately effective against a creature made of stone. So that wasn't
That
the end of
actually.
your turn. All right, what's up, Chris?
I was gonna say, yes.
Take your turn.
So it is time for double attack.
Okay. Ooh. Uh-huh.
All right, and I'm gonna burn a first level smite on the second one.
Okay.
Do. And 2d8 smite.
Then grab that and paste it here. The second level, or sorry, the second strike's smite ends up killing the earth elemental on the spot. Now, as that happens, give me just a second. I gotta move some stuff around. A creature. Um, Give me just a second. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to narrate this as I think it's supposed to go. This creature pops out of the wall, and actually, I'm going to give you a much better picture of it. Here we go. Creature pops out of the wall as soon as the earth elemental falls, and it kind of slowly shuffles towards the Mainir. It gives the party a nod, then turns its back on the Mainir and settles down like a boulder into a slot in the floor that it fits into perfectly. And you just thought that it was some sort of, aesthetic choice. But no, in fact, it slots in. And now that you're aware of it, you're aware that there are two additional slots. Now, that gives you a terrible realization as yet another earth elemental springs forth from the wall.
Yay! Boy.
Um, wow, he got a terrible initiative this time around.
Good.
But that means he gets to go.
Oh.
Yeah. So what will he do? He's gonna shuffle to like here, and then he attacks Tristan. That's a 27. I don't think
No shield spell will not save me from that.
huh. And swings again. That's an 18.
I'm going to use shield on that. However, also, doesn't he start his turn in the spiritual guardian area?
Oh, excellent point. Thank you for reminding me. Brett, if you would be so kind as to drop the saving throw on him. He's still able to move the distance. That's his full move, but he's going to take some damage from it to start. Oh, also, I just saw your message about rolling each one separately. The reason just in case anybody else is watching and curious, the reason that everybody else or everyone should roll the numbers individually is if you roll 2d6 and then there's a bonus to the damage, like sometimes it comes from intelligence or other things like that, it'll be 2d6 plus 2. So if you roll 3 sets of 2d6 plus 2, then you get a total of plus 6 to the damage. But if you roll them all together, then it applies the plus 2 once and you're missing 4 damage. Do you see how that
It's
works?
also the attack rolls. I have to roll each attack roll for each meteor separately.
Gotcha. Also important. So I'm so sorry. So he failed and took full damage. So he's peppered by angels as he approaches Tristan. Now, did I roll both attacks? Yes, and one of them missed. So now I roll the damage. Okay, you take 14 damage as he slams your body against the wall. We start at the top of the initiative order. Fixer Upper, you're up.
I'll use double attack.
Okay.
Actually, on the way over, I'm going to use my bonus action, which is the same thing that our paladin's been doing to create another spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And I think I was using a sword as well, but
That's a good point. I think I'm going to give you something else though, token wise.
yeah, I
Just
mean,
to distinguish them. Um,
a warhammer maybe.
how about an abominable yeti?
Okay,
There it is.
that's pretty cool.
There.
Okay.
Is that fine
We
with
just-
everybody right there? Okay.
Yeah,
We
I
just
mean,
There we
have to
go.
remember what it is.
Now we don't have to worry about it. We know right where it is.
Swing that at him.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I accidentally shrunk Ront trying to shrink the Yeti. And I shrunk the Earth Elemental. Jesus Christ. There we go. Just be about like that. There we go. Okay. Woo. And then the Earth Elemental got rotated. Wow. I thought Ront was shrunk so far that I wasn't going to be able to find him to bring him back to normal size.
so that would
There's
be
always-
his.
There's always the mushrooms.
Yeah, well, there you go. You almost shrunk him into nothing. That one almost became his death.
Yeah.
So that's a spiritual weapon attack, which missed.
Or at
Great.
least I'd finally be rid of the fucker. So the spiritual weapon misses. Now I believe that was your bonus action.
Yes. Double attacking with that. Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nice. So I should just be able to auto roll this,
Yes, it should
theoretically.
automatically calculate crit, and we'll watch it
Okay.
carefully to make sure it does. Critical type, piercing magic, additional. Okay, it looks like it
Alright.
got everything in there. Unfortunately, your crit roll was not great, but it's there.
Unfortunate. Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay. Next up will be Snake, and then Tristan. Oh, Tristan, just so that you're clear, I know that distance-wise you're a bit back from the Earth Elemental. This creature has a 10-foot reach, so keep in mind for things like, I don't know, Scorching Blast, or Scorching Rays, I should say, that would be at disadvantage because he has reach.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Scorching Ray, that's what I
You
will
probably
use.
don't want to be in that current spot, by the way, when the third.
Emerges, yeah.
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to you as Snake.
Yeah, okay.
His comment is that as the Earth Elementals emerge, they could come out near Snake again.
Yeah, all right. So ooh. Wow.
Ouch.
Pretty bad. All right. And I will move before my turn ends. Just
Okay. Where are you headed?
I don't know. Here, I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
Are you asking me personally?
I'm asking
I mean,
Sterling.
that's a decent spot.
All right. Okay. In between the melees.
Tristan, you're up. After Tristan, it
Bonus
will
action.
be Ront and then Bob.
So I'm going to bonus action Melf's behind him.
Okay.
Save 0.
It's
Oh, I was hoping that would happen. He rolled a 1.
And then he saved.
He was caught off guard by the first meteor, but the second he saw coming. Oh, and then roll your damage again. It should clear the half damage the second time. There you go. Okay, so your meteors impact.
That clears out all the meteors, and then let's see here.
Jesus, what do I need?
Is he bloodied?
No, not yet.
Oof.
Tanky boy.
And isn't that?
I'm gonna toll it.
Uh-huh. QCA, and this is.
Wow. Well,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. He should have taken. It's not half damage on Toll the Dead, is it?
He shouldn't have taken any damage. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I realized that too late. So remove that damage. My bad. Sorry.
No worries. Give me just a second. I want to pull up a calculator, make sure that I do it right. Okay. So there, hit points restored. Okay. So you've cast your spells. Are you doing anything else?
I really can't without getting smacked, so I'm just gonna sit here tightly.
Okay. Ront is up. He's gonna move to. Actually, maybe he should move to here, just so he's not potentially in any blasts. And then he's gonna try to great axe. Holy shit! Oh, so that was partially
Ron's doing
resisted,
work.
but Jesus, yeah. So he got 14 damage, which is reduced by half. Um, his axe, swings up from the floor, trying to cleave into the creature's chest, splitting apart some of its stone plates, and it thrashes in pain. And then Bob gets to go.
Am I within his 10-foot reach?
Absolutely not.
Oh, is that the giant circle?
No, the
No,
giant
that's
circle
someone
is a
else.
spell effect from the Fixer Upper.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here so that giant tower's not in the way. The
Mhm.
the Mainier.
Oh, you don't have to worry about it blocking any shots from where you were currently staying.
Okay, that's fine there.
Okay, so your first Eldritch Blast impacts,
Pew pew pew.
Pew.
and your second is a crit. Roll your
Alright.
damage. Woof. Roll your damage again. Okay, so
Okay.
your first blast manages to impact the spot that had recently been opened up by Ront, searing inside of the creature. There are wisps of eldritch magic now leaking out of the pits that it has for eyes and a mouth. And then your second blast impacts it on the shoulder, again as always, leaving a horrific shadowy scorch mark all over it. Then we have Fargus. Fargus, for the first time in the entire encounter. Huh. I need to think about that very carefully. Okay. So Fargus looks at the Earth Elemental in terror, and then the party, and then he lifts a potion to his lips and vanishes. You hear the patter of shoeless feet, and then suddenly, well, actually, no, nothing happens. He's just gone. Nobody knows where he went.
You
Melrath,
cowardly bitch!
Melrath, you're up.
Well, run over there and smack that earth elemental.
if Ron survives this, we're gonna have to kill him. I mean, not Ron.
Fargus.
Fargus. Yeah, he has to die for that move.
Hey, he's a spy. This is his bailiwick. Um, Nicely done, Eric. Those are some really good hits. So Melrath charges forward, Dawnbringer blazing, and you leave two searing, radiant pits in the creature's chest. All different types of energy is battering it. It's long since gone bloodied. And next up is Tazareth, who has the potential to bring the beast down.
Since weapon can't go that far. I'm going to make it run around the corner to about here,
Okay. I'm
and I'll
actually gonna
rush the
I'm gonna grant you a little bit of movement, but
element.
I appreciate you being conservative in your guesstimate.
Great sword. Dang it.
So your
Let's
first
try.
attack misses, which obviously means it's deflected by the creature's hide. And
That
your
one does
second
better.
attack lands solidly.
Gonna do. And
Respectable amount of damage.
I'll burn another first
Okay.
for 2d8. Really?
I'm so sorry, Chris. There's something wrong with your divine antenna. It doesn't really quite connect, but you do manage to get something. So, um, it's moments like this that you're grateful at least that your sword is at least magical, or you would be making it terribly dull trying to hammer it against some stone in an attempt to kill it. Um, the earth elemental is up, and
Shades of Garzy's wing.
um, hmm, hmm. Choices, choices, choices. He actually whirls on Tazareth, and whoop, and then oh right, he has disadvantage on that. He wasn't aware of it, neither was I. So yeah. So he tries to attack Tazareth, and then he whirls on Melrath, who also did a substantial amount of damage. But none of that is effective. Oh, Brett, super important. Roll the saving throw. It's supposed to happen at the beginning of his turn. I keep forgetting.
Oh, okay. Where are you? Oh, you're at the bottom. Okay.
No, I'm right here.
No, I'm talking to the bad guy.
Yeah, and
All
I'm
right, he
teasing
failed.
you.
Oh.
Okay, so you're gonna get full damage.
Ha!
Oh, well done. You managed to, yeah, the angels that have been swarming around menacingly finally descend upon the creature and tear it to pieces. Um,
Cool.
one less earth elemental on the board, and then find it. Temple. Bloop, and then shrink him down.
Oh boy, Snake's gonna die.
Stomp, 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 stomp. Comes out over here from this wall.
Oh, that's right. He's the good
Gets
guy.
into position, nods at the party, and then assumes boulder form. At that same moment, come on. Why is it not? Oh, because I have to use the head. Give me the. Get in there, you bastard. There we go. At that same moment, come on. Right about there. An earth elemental erupts from the wall. Um, I see the Galabdur are doing a little dance. So he once again ends up at the bottom of the initiative order. The fixer upper just went though, I believe.
No, I believe the Earth Elemental just went.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. So fixer upper, you get your turn.
Yay. Um. So, is my spiritual weapon in range or no?
Where
It
where'd
is. Yeah,
this
it can move. Hang tight for just a second, everyone. I'll be right back. Yes.
where'd the second rock thing go?
From where?
It disappeared. It was on the to the left of the first rock thing, but I don't know where it went.
Yes. Is there something you need
Yeah, it's disappeared.
or want? Items? Plants? No. I was just surprised. You don't normally get dressed for that. No, but I don't want to have popcorn because I had it last night, but I'm snacky. We don't have any chips I want to eat. Okay, well, yeah, feel free to go for it. I appreciate you asking. Thank you so much. So, like little bag or big bag? If they have a medium-sized bag, get me that. If not, get me a big one. Yep. That wasn't on mute, was it?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So moving right along without ever addressing it, what happened?
We didn't actually hear what you said, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry.
Oh, okay, that's even better then. Thank goodness. I
Is this
thought,
the
huh?
the second or third elemental?
Third.
Third,
I-
third. Hey, what did you guys do with my boulder?
Nothing.
You disappeared.
It disappeared. What do you mean it disappeared? Where the fuck did it go?
I don't
He's
know.
looking for it. You mean the little Gimli thing?
Yeah, it was to the
Galabdur?
left of the one that's there
Well,
right
it
now.
didn't get moved anywhere else on the map. I think you guys deleted it.
Nope, we didn't
No.
touch it.
Touch it.
Somebody must have. I don't know.
You don't know that. It could have just disappeared.
No. See, I've zoomed in so that all of the individual characters, like if it was under someone, it would appear. No, you guys definitely deleted it. You jerks. Let me get another one. Can't believe it. Get
It would be
another.
a very Chris thing to do.
Get out there, you little temple guardian.
I think it was Fargus.
Yeah, that's why he went invisible.
Another temple guardian goes and takes position where he's fucking supposed to.
See, don't look at me on this one. I
He's
was
an
fucking
angry
around
elf.
trying to get videos of Garzy's wings, so I could send that to you on chat.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
you were talking about dull swords, so
All right,
fixer
so I'm
upper.
using my last double attack. Or no,
Oh,
I had
and I'm so sorry. Your spiritual weapon flies forth and harangues the enemy. Yes.
yeah. Actually, I have 2 left, so I'll use 1 now.
Uh huh.
And attack.
Okay, so you land a hit.
Unfortunate. Wow, that was weak. All right, I will stay there.
Okay, so that's all of your moves. Snake is up next.
Yes, and Snake will chromatic orb, but burn a second level spell slot to get an extra D4 or D8.
Okay.
thunder. I'm assuming.
Yes. So how do I roll with the extra?
I think you just click once and add an extra die.
Okay. After I roll hit, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Good.
That's a hit.
Thunder. Yep. Woo. Nice.
Oof. Holy shit. So that's like the most substantial damage anyone's dealt all night, thanks to vulnerability. So yeah, the chromatic orb has grown by about 1.5 times its normal size, and you hurl it at the creature overhand, and it just sort of sails through the air in this perfect arc, and bam, hits it right on the top of the head. The thunder wave rippling out and forcing it down to its knees for a moment, and then it stands back up.
I'm just moving a little further away, and my turn's over.
To the tiniest little crevice you could worm
Yeah.
your way into. Got it. Tristan, you're up. There's a giant earth elemental next to you again.
Well, this seems like, since we know his dexterity is shit, since he somehow rolled a 0, I think lightning bolt is in order.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? You roll no. You roll a 1.
I actually rolled a 20.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
But
I mean,
Portland,
look, in fairness, there's a 5% chance of that happening. So, like, you know.
Yeah, Portent is a thing.
well,
Oh!
there's a 100% chance of using the portent to change it to a 1, though.
That's
Yeah, he's gonna roll a 1.
okay. So here's what I want you to do. Just force him to roll until he fails.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, there you
There you
go.
go.
So then just roll your damage because he's not going to get extra damage for a 1. So That's
There it is.
really substantial. That's almost as much as he took for vulnerability. He's now bloodied. The lightning blast rips forth from your hands, and your portent foresaw the impact on him, and a huge chunk is blown out of his chest cavity, and it leaves a smoking crater. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Ront is up, so he's going to shuffle over to here, and then he raises his great axe,
And
and
misses.
it ricochets right off once more. Bob, you are up.
Can we kill Ront yet?
I mean, you guys can always kill Ron. I'm just waiting for it to happen for you to let him die or throw him into a pit or whatever. I want you to know this is the longest in the game that Ron has ever survived.
It's true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ha!
No, I'm sorry, I'm unclear. In terms of the chapters of this story,
Oh,
yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Usually he gets knocked down at some point late in the session anyway, but it should be
Yeah,
fine
he
now.
just hasn't been targeted recently. Anyway, so Bob, once more rings his bell for Toll the Dead.
My tiny little dinner bell.
This time your giant Asian funeral bell appears and dong cracks him on the side of the head and the earth
Wah!
elemental reels.
Oh, I hate you guys.
um
Kung Fu Hustle all over again.
oh wait a minute. Well, actually this should calculate normally. Yes, it did.
Oh,
Fargus,
misses on a 15.
holy shit. Wow, what a piece of shit. So he got a 2 and an 11. Anyways, he appears out of why didn't it remove invisible? It should have just popped right off.
I hit a button by accident. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Anyways, he appears at the stairs when his crossbow bolt fires, and he curses his luck. Melrath, you're up.
I'll run up and smack it.
You monster.
I'm sensing a theme.
Or miss it. There you go.
I basically just right click the enemy and
Yep.
auto attack.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
playing
actually.
my role.
I'm just surprised that you missed.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
And it's
freaky.
turning into Diablo.
Oh my god, what the fuck? For
What?
some reason, Melrath's hit points are displaying a 0 of 58, although he's taken no damage. It's fine. I'm just gonna move on with my life. Tazarath, you're up.
Bonus
Finishing.
action,
Okay.
doing that, stabbing the thing with my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
And missing.
A shame.
That didn't work. Oh well. Gonna do my main thing, which is to slash at it
And missing.
ineffectively.
There you go.
That's better. No, it's not.
Great turn.
So, the spiritual weapon still requires a little bit of force behind its swing, so it ricochets off the Earth Elemental's hide the first time, as does your greatsword. But fortunately, on the second attack, you managed to land a
it.
bit of a hit, and deal some damage. So the Earth Elemental actually gets to go for once, and
Picks up the spiritual weapon and stabs you with it.
It's what I deserve.
Yep.
He swings at Bob, and then swings at Ront. Manages to
Oh,
hit
go ahead. Go
both
ahead,
of
hit
you.
me. Yeah, I dare you.
Go. Wow.
Bob is wounded. and Ront is very nearly killed by a single swing. Um, he's
Can I hellish rebuke him
yes,
since
you
Yes.
he
can.
did a long rest?
Finish him with the hellish rebuke.
You bastard! I'm gonna point my fucking finger at you.
Oh, he failed.
Goodbye.
Wow, he actually rolled pretty well and still failed.
By 30.
I should really let people hit me more often.
Good grief.
The impact against
Oh.
your skin is all it takes to send that infernal flame spreading across his body, and at the end he crumbles into pieces. And at that moment, the final Galeb Dur takes position around the central Mainir, and da, 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 a light spreads across the space within. Chris is instantly able to tell you that the space is hollowed, and at that point we are well past the time that we should have stopped. So I'm just going to cut it off there, and we'll pick up immediately there next time.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.